So I've been seeing a lot of people everywhere online saying life peaked in 2016. And I get it because the average bad day in 2016 looks like. And it's kind of funny for a while, but when I thought about it, it's kind of concerning because why does everyone miss that year? So let's just talk about 2016 for a second. I'm not saying life was perfect back then. It definitely wasn't, but everything felt nicer. It's the trap of nostalgia. Skies looked better, sunsets were very cinematic for some reason. You put your headphones in, and the music kind of just fits the vibe of the whole year. And more so the time in our lives back then. How the music attaches to what we were going through back then in our lives. Stuff on apps like Vine were dumb, random, unpolished at most times, and it was fun. There were no obvious signs of anyone trying to build a personal brand. It wasn't obvious that anyone was optimizing their personality, and it feels like people were just being people. Just living. Life wasn't actually easier back then. We just weren't overthinking everything like how we are right now. We weren't constantly asking, is this productive? Am I not wasting my time? Is this worth posting? Am I falling behind? We were just kind of living, and I think that's what we are missing right now in our lives. And we don't actually miss 2016 when life is going well. Nostalgia actually hits hard when we are feeling stuck in life. We feel like everyone else has life figured out and we're kind of just behind trying to catch up. And yeah, nostalgia actually happens when the present feels heavy. And you might not know this, but back then you would have what if thoughts, but more quiet. What if I actually tried this? What if I took this part of my life much more seriously? What if I didn't play it so safe? And at that time I didn't feel so urgent because there's always a later. And then later turned into years. Those thoughts didn't disappear, just buried under our responsibilities and routines. And nostalgia is what happens when those old versions of you start tapping your shoulder. But nostalgia isn't telling you to relive the past. It's just saying you never followed through. And it might sound uncomfortable at start, but think of it as something more hopeful because it means that the door isn't closed. Let me just give you an example. Maybe in 2016 you thought that, what if I actually shared my ideas? You wanted to write, create videos, join a sports recreational league, but you didn't really feel ready or confident. So why not this year, 2026, to be that year that you actually do it? Not thinking about being perfect, not full time, just putting in the reps and being consistent. What if your goal this year isn't to change your whole personality? Just to be more honest in how you show up in conversations and actually taking action into your what ifs. Like being more adventureful, is that a word? What if you took more chances? And don't make 2026 like a year where you pop off or blow up. It's just about saying yes to more things that you would normally say no to due to things like imposter syndrome. One uncomfortable thing in a month or something that you're always curious about, just do it every month. So making 2026 feel like 2016 again isn't about copying trends or being aesthetic. It's actually just slowing down how you see life. Like being a teenager again or a kid. You stop all that rushing while you walk, listen to music and actually immerse yourself in the music without doom scrolling. Just let a normal day be a good day. So the key thing here is just to be more attentive to what you're doing. So 2016 isn't calling us back. I think it's more about asking us what are we going to do more differently this year. So quit reminiscing too much in the past or living in the past. Think about those good memories, but actually create new ones this year. Use that kind of energy that you had in 2016 and apply it this year. Use it as a reminder of who you were before everything got too heavy. Make 2026 the year you finally act on things that you brushed off once. Not to prove anything or to catch up to anyone, but just living life for what it is.